Okay, so one thing, having all of this snow, it's funny I started to say snow from hell. That kind of doesn't work. Having all this excessive snow has caused me to think I need to make sure I'm prepared for the seasons where people get sick, right? So, I think I read that Arkansas hasn't had snow like this since 1893. It's 2021, so it's been a bugger. So, now when I lived in Michigan, this was the daily for 2 or 3 months at a time. Like, no big deal, right? We got used to it. I never got used to it. I hated it from the get-go. So moving to Arkansas, while it gets hot down here, y'all, we've learned to deal with that. I think I have adjusted more to that than all the excessive amounts of snow. But it did occur to me yesterday because I am prone to sinus issues. I used to be like a walking sinus infection. I was on a new antibiotic every 4 to 6 weeks. I had to have sinus surgery, all these different things. So anytime there's weather change, my sinuses let me know. So even right now, like you probably, well, I don't know if you hear me routinely, then you notice that my voice sounds a little different, a little more raspy. That's my sexy, sultry voice. And my nose, I have to blow my nose a little bit more often. But before oils, when I lived in Michigan and had this constant flurry of snow and cold, I'd be sick all the time. All the time. And so it occurred to me yesterday, like, oh wow, how blessed am I that I have been introduced to essential oils and supplements that help support my body so that I don't deal with sinus infection and those sorts of things as often. My body's still prone to, and so I still notice things and I still have to take care of, right? But I don't suffer and struggle with those issues as much because of oils. So I thought, you know what? Why not share with you what I feel is important to have on hand? This is based on my experience. I'm not saying it's gospel for you. I'm just saying it's what has worked for me. So let's go through the things for what may be important for you to have on hand should you be faced with the typical illnesses, see, there it is, that arise during the colder seasons typically. So why does that happen? Why does a cold season matter? Well, first of all, we are not in the sun as much, right? Because it's cold outside. So our body is not making D3. So the first thing I would suggest is you get a good, can you see that? Where is it at? Ooh, D3 supplement. Young Living makes super vitamin D, and the maintenance dose on the side of the bottle is 2 tablets, sorry, because they're chewable. When I am feeling like my immune system is compromised in any way, I take more than that. So I just took 2 now. I took 1 this morning. I will take another 1 at bedtime, and so I will typically double my maintenance dose. Guys, when I'm feeling fantastic, I'll take 1, sometimes not even any a day. So, but that's up to you. You have to listen to your body and figure out what that is. But because we're not in the sun, our body is not making the D3 that it needs to function across the board in all the areas. So a D3, a solid D3 supplement that you know you trust the quality and the formulation and the creation of this product, right? So D3. What is next? Excuse me. Well, all things Ningxia. All things Ningxia. This helps to fight free radicals. This strengthens the immune system. I'm just shaking it up before I drink it. It's all the things. It's one of those supplements that the best way I can think to describe it is it helps your body go into default mode. So it helps with all the functions of your body similar to the D3. Like you need it. You need to have the ingredients in Ningxia Red. Now, I drink at least 2 ounces of Ningxia Red every day. If I go 2 days without drinking, well, I notice it the first day, but 2 days I'm like, oh my goodness, because it's nutrition. And in our society, we're not giving ourselves nutrition like we should. And so we get used to it. We think it's normal to have headaches and have that afternoon, midday slump, and get irritable and not sleep well, right? But it's because we're not really truly getting the nutrition that we need on the daily. So your D3 supplement, your Ningxia Red, This is a big plus. This is called Immu Pro. Immu Pro helps with the immune support. You can tell by listening to the name. But it has the tiniest amount of melatonin in it, so it does support sleep. And I do mean the tiniest, like nothing, almost nothing. As well as it has mushrooms that help you sleep. So when you're sleeping, you are able to heal, right? And so Immu Pro is great for the immune system and for helping you sleep so you heal more naturally on your own. It's not magic, it's just helping you heal yourself the way you're supposed to. Okay. Everybody should be taking a high quality brain fart, not a brain fart, a probiotic. I had a brain fart there for a second. Sinuses all up in the brain. So Young Living's is called Life 9. So good strain of probiotics that helps the good bacteria, the gut flora, to function and to fight off the bad bacteria that comes against us during these seasons, right? And so since the bulk of our immune system is created in the gut, helping the gut be healthy is of top-notch priority. So you got your D3, your Nature Red, your Immu Pro, and your probiotic. Young Living's is called Life 9. Everybody's heard of C, like you need vitamin C, right? Lots and lots of vitamin C. Again, the dosage is 2 tablets daily for maintenance. Now, because I take a high quality vitamin, mineral, all the supplements every day, I typically, honestly, I don't even take these one a day. I take it when I feel like my immune system has been compromised. Okay, so I just took one. I took one this morning. I'll take another 1 or 2 at bedtime because I can tell, like if I didn't have these things on board, I'd get a sinus infection. I'd get sick. So make sure you've got your C supplement on board. Okay, here comes the oily part. The oily part is always my favorite, right? So Young Living makes, as you know, like a plethora of oils. So the one that I would suggest without question you have on hand to help if ever you should start to feel ill or you need to strengthen and support your immune system, all things thieves. So Thieves comes in our Vitality label. This is a white label, Vitality label. So that means it's been labeled to take internally. It also comes in a brown label. So that's meant to be used for topical and aromatic use. But remember, the oils in both bottles are exactly the same. So even though this is not labeled for internal use, I'm going to take it internally. And the ones that are labeled for internal use, I would still pop in my diffuser. So there's no worries about that. So Thieves is a blend of 5 different oils that have been shown to help support a strengthened immune system, right? So Thieves is the way to go. Now, if you really feel like, man, something has come against me, and if I don't take care of myself, I'm going to end up in bed for a week, then I would also very, very, very strongly encourage you to get oregano oil. I'm not talking oil of oregano that you can buy other places. I'm talking oregano essential oil, only the immune system of the oregano plant. And if you have it, if you have a real oregano oil, when you put it on your skin, you will probably cry. It is that hot on the skin. If the oregano oil you put on your skin is not hot, then it's not really oregano oil. And so my suggestion is that you toss that puppy and you get yourself a real one, okay? Oregano oil is a powerhouse for the immune system. And then thyme oil, also not quite as much of a powerhouse in my opinion, but very strong for the immune system. And then lemongrass. Lemongrass has been shown to help take out some heavy duty, gotta be real cautious with my words, sort of things that would even break up your skin. I'll just say it, MRSA. I'm not trying to sell you anything. Lemongrass, it's a plant. God designed it, so I'm not prescribing. I'm not treating. I'm just saying, hey, this stuff has been shown to kick some hiney from some infection, right? But the point is, you've got to be using this stuff. You've got to be using it routinely. You've got to be using it consistently. And you got to be smart. You got to make sure that the supplier of your lemongrass is actually producing and giving you only the immune system of the lemongrass plant in the bottle. It is not the same as lemon, okay? It's lemongrass. That's a separate plant, and it also is a powerhouse. It has been shown to help kill some heavy-duty issues, right? Okay, so those 4 oils. Leaves is a blend of 5 oils. Oregano is a single. Thyme is a single. Lemongrass is a single. All of those come in your vitality labels, labeled for internal use. All of those come in colorful labels. I interuse them. It doesn't matter, right? Or you can get a supplement called Inner Defense, which is pre-made capsules of all those oils, all of these together for you. Personally, I don't take those oils every day. I only use them when I'm feeling a bit under the weather or that my immune system has been compromised. I know people that take an Inner Defense every day. It's under $30 and there's 30 in the bottle. You take one a day and you help just kind of strengthen and support, like provide backup for your immune system. I personally only take them when I'm feeling like my immune system has been weakened in any way, okay? So you're either going to take your Inner Defense. I keep mine in the fridge and I just use it when I need it, and so the bottle lasts me for months. But you can take it every day. Now, I often get a question about taking your probiotics the same time as you take your oils. Essential oils have been shown not to break up the microbiome, and so it's okay to take your probiotics at the same time. I typically take them separately because I want my gut to be able to use everything in the probiotic without having to also think about using the essential oils, okay? But so if you are not going to buy your Inner Defense, then you're gonna wanna make your own capsule. So I've got my 5 veggie capsules. I went ahead and took one out of the bottle, put it in my little handy dandy case, my tray, and I'm gonna put a little carrier oil in it. Young Living's is called V6. And so what is the purpose of a carrier oil? It helps to slow down the absorption process of your body using essential oils. Basically, it helps your body assimilate them all together rather than like, oh, they're in their stomach, now there they go to the stomach, okay? And then I'm going to put 2 to 3 drops of lemongrass, thyme, oregano, and thieves. And that is in essence the same thing as your Inner Defense that you can buy pre-made. So it just depends on what you want to do. It's actually more cost effective to buy the capsules and the oils and keep them on hand, but it's obviously not as convenient. And if you're not the oily nerd like I am, then you might just want to have the supplements and keep it in your fridge, keep it on hand. What was the last one? Thieves here. So a little pump of your V6 carrier oil. And also, when you use that, by the way, that's going to keep the oils from feeling so tingly in your tummy. Not going to harm you, but for some, it gets pretty tingly. So, and then put the lid on and bottoms up. So, in my personal opinion, you should keep your arsenal just chock full of a D3 supplement, of a probiotic, ImmuPro, a vitamin C, Nixia Red, all God's children need Nixia Red, and then either Inner Defense or capsules and a carrier oil and thieves and thyme and oregano and lemongrass. You got all that? You can do rewind. You can watch it again. It was a longer than usual, but there you go. Be safe and be prepared.